we're going to look at some of the formatting tools that are available in Microsoft Excel. Starting with data types. So the data type options, we have to be under the Home tab. Remember, if we click on the different tabs above, the menus change. So Home is going to be where we find our formatting data types. Let's start off with money or currency. If we're writing values, sometimes just like a calculator, the display does not express what it is we're talking about. So we can click and drag over an area to affect a range of cells. By clicking on the currency icon, and I'm just going to show the before, after, we've included the dollar sign, left justified, and rounded to 2 decimal places for cents. That being said, the percent. Percent is best entered as a decimal. That's how it's interpreted. I'm going to demonstrate this by clicking and dragging over top of this area. And when I click percent, I'll show you the before, and then I will show you after. So 0.05 is 5% as a decimal, and that's the equivalent when we use this button. Next, commas are helpful whenever large numbers are expressed. We have our place values, which help us say and interpret numbers easily. So that being said, we can click and drag over top of an area and place our commas. So this is, remember, we have every thousandths, millions, and billions. After that place value, we'll have a comma. Next, rounding. So we might want to round to a specific accuracy, and what we can do is click and move our decimal left and right using this feature. Next, so when we have a table, it can be easier to visually represent this when we click and drag over an area and use the border features. So this is still on the Home tab, and there are options available. I personally like all borders, and then also a thick outside border. If you're looking for more detail, you can right click on the area and click on Format Cells. And maybe you wanted a thicker line around the outside. And that's how that's accomplished. Also, we're looking at information in tables. So therefore, it can be helpful to see different rows that might have a different purpose. Here we have a bucket tool called the Fill Color, and the drop-down menu gives us all the colors available. This is too dark. We could select red. Another option is I like to fill in all black. It looks like our text is gone, but if you change the font color, there's a nice high contrast here for each of our different columns. So that being said, Control Z brings us back. Next, what we can do is take our font and increase it and decrease it, as well as change the position of the text, left, center, right. And if we want to write text on 2 different lines, notice that we will run over top of the other column, if I write comma a lot of times, and it's crossed over like this. So I can hit Command Shift Enter, Command Shift Enter, and that has allowed the row to fit in this much space. So it might look like Alt on a PC to accomplish that. And next, when we have, let's say we did multiple lines, line 2. Notice that these cells here don't look proper. We want them in the center. We can also change its position top to bottom, top alignment, centered, and bottom. So I'll pick center.